allegations and complaints around corruption, around nepotism, and so on and so forth. But also at times, there are proper processes that happen, and the adjudication of tenders happens, and the company wins. When a company is won, you then get to a stage at times where the kind of work that gets to be done by the company that will have been given tender leaves a lot to be desired. We have seen this in various construction programs, in the road rehabilitation programs, in the construction of other forms of public infrastructure, but also in the provision of goods and services. At times we have seen also heavily inflated quotations being adjudicated successfully. You hear of costs of computers costing the same price as motor vehicles, and so forth and so forth. So this, Mr. Speaker, ultimately deprives our country, our nation, our government of a certain quantum of resources that would have been spent efficiently, and so forth and so forth. Now, we live in the era of evolving technologies, and currently we are seeing the fast movement of artificial intelligence. A few weeks ago, His Excellency launched the National Artificial Intelligence Strategy here in Parliament, meaning that the involvement, the inclusion of artificial intelligence in our governance systems is no longer an issue of commentary, is no longer an issue of aspirations. It is now an integral part of how we intend to move our society forward. But Mr. Speaker, we are not calling for artificial intelligence for everything that exists. We are calling for a system that fuses the role of artificial intelligence to achieve efficiency, to also achieve effectiveness, but with the human hand still in there. What we know about human beings is that it is difficult to use human beings in systems and completely exclude bias, and completely exclude the fact that human beings are social entities, are social creatures, and they've got preferences over this and that that may not necessarily be business-oriented preferences. So, Mr. Speaker, this motion says, in the adjudication of tenders, the Procurement and Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe, PRAZ, must start processes of building artificial intelligence systems. These artificial intelligence systems must make it faster to adjudicate over tenders. It must also use algorithms to search as much information as possible about the nature of the tender and about the companies that are making a bid for that specific tender. When we do so, Mr. Speaker, we are going to save on time as a nation, but also we are going to be as close as possible to issuing these tenders to the most deserving companies in terms of workmanship rather than in terms of our social preferences and other misconceptions or even real conceptions that we may have. What therefore needs to be done in this case is for a commitment by PRAZ, a commitment by the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion to introduce artificial intelligence into these systems. And then, Mr. Speaker, the value for money reports that we have tabled before this House will need to be presented by PRAZ annually, because the tenders, particularly for public works, are the people's money, are money coming from the people of Zimbabwe. The people of Zimbabwe need to know how artificial intelligence has improved the value of their money, because we need to spend on things that develop our country without any form of prejudice. So, Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, this motion calls upon this House to resolve that the adjudication of public tenders must now evolve into a process where the role of the human hand is reduced to deal with the prejudices of human beings. It is not being completely obliterated, it is being reduced. And in the process of reduction, the public confidence on the system that we are building, that we have to build, needs to be at the center of our planning. Hence, the periodic value for money reports from PRAS. With these words, Mr. Speaker, I table the motion. Thank you.